The strategy for organic agriculture and agroecology has been changing over time, and those changes are based on observations and research that various organizations have made. In this case, the Center for Ecosystems Research and Development, together with other partners like Pelam, who has brought you here, Nogamu and others, observed that as much as we were producing for export, Ugandans, yourselves and myself, needed safe and nutritious food. And some of them, their aim is promoting food sovereignty. And the food they are talking about is the safe and the nutritious food. Pelam annually organizes an indigenous foods fair. Once in a year, we find at least something without poison. But what about the rest of the month? Our food sovereignty, how can it be food sovereignty when you are getting food that is not safe? So with all those feelings and observations, we finally felt there was a need for putting an emphasis on local marketing. This started some time back. Nogam tried to establish a market. Then somehow the land where it was supposed to be was lost. Then later on, we came up with an idea of having scattered stalls, at least within the city. And some of us who had that idea thought that we would be able to work as a team and set it up. But it also failed. So eventually, the Center for Ecosystems Research and Development was able to access this land through our stakeholdership, and we felt that this was the time to have at least a point in one part of the country where Ugandans could walk every day and find some safe and nutritious food. And for that reason, this market was started with the support of some farmers, the support of some organizations, and the support of some individuals. Some people put in their money, and we put up what you see. And it was possible to have it launched on the 27th of November last year. The Center for Ecosystems Research has been not proud about what was established, but has been very observant, to see the dynamics of the Ugandan population towards organic agriculture. Now, if you are observant enough, you will see that we have non-perishable products and perishable products, but a lot of stores are just empty. Now, when we open books and also look at sales, we have observed that Ugandans, as much as they talk, but they are not living organically. Ugandans are not living organically because look at the population here. You are so many. When I visit the organic weekly, that is weekend organic market at Caritas in Zambia, I have seen very few people coming there and not enough demand for those products. When I look at what is here every day of the week, I don't see people coming here as they would be as they would be to consume these products that are here. Then I ask myself, or SAD asks themselves, what or where are those people that always sang organic, organic, and asked us so many questions? Every training I've had, I've gone through so many opportunities to face farmers and the youth. And I always asked them, when you have tomatoes here sprayed and the tomatoes here not sprayed with a synthetic chemical, which of the two will you buy? 100% response is that they would prefer what has not been applied on any synthetic chemical. That has always been the response. But in action, people are doing completely different things. Farmers have been reporting to us previously that we produce for export, but we don't have where to take what is not exported, because in their agro-ecosystem, in their farming environment, they have what is exportable, but they also have other products. And they have been asking us, where can we sell these? Every year they ask, where can we? Now when you ask them, what are those products that you always wanted to market? They switch off their phones. They switch off their phones. And they don't correspond anymore. Now, in 2019 and later on, in 2020, we had the National Organic Agriculture Policy launched by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries here in Entebbe, and we ate a lot of food. The policy comes in place to help us organize ourselves. Now we have a policy, but those who are there making a lot of noise, even with the policy, we don't see them now. So we have a big question. We have a very big question in our mind. Yesterday, one of the promoters of organic agriculture asked me whether they can support radio programs and TV programs for organic agriculture. And I told him, you are wasting your time. Ask Pelham, how many such programs have been run for radio, for TV? How many? A lot of them. A lot of them, even what they are capturing now probably will end up there. But it has not made any impact. So I told them, if you want the farmer, the youth to come on board, please just go where they are, help them organize themselves, and give them the knowledge and the skills that are lacking, and link them to the market. And then also organize consumers to demand for what farmers are producing. That is the only way you will make any improvement for organic agriculture. So, with those few words, I'm very, very pleased to see you at the organic products market. I was informed that a number of you are farmers. Another team is that of the youth. And you have all come together to go around getting those experiences you are getting, taking lessons from other farmers, and you have also come here to take a lesson from here. What I would recommend that you do, I will talk about that on Friday, in the opportunity given to me. But today, please feel at home at this market. Buy what is there. It's for you. It's not for somebody from Europe. It's for you. Products have been produced by your fellow farmers and youth, and they are here, and at very fair prices for you to consume. Now, if you come here and live without anything, you will be like that person who talks organic, but no action. No action towards supporting organic or living an organic life. So learn as much as you can, but also support the organic sector. Don't expect the organic sector to be the one to support you. Support it. There is one other point that almost skipped my mind, and that is, what is a market? What is a market? Some of you look very technical. What is a market? Tell us. A market is a place where the person who is selling and the person who is buying meet. That place where they meet is called a market. So farmers and the youth, this is the place where we should be meeting. For you who is selling and those who are buying, we should meet here, and not once, not twice, but continuously. Let not the one who is selling be the one coming there hunting for you. Let not the one who is buying be the one to come there hunting for you. We all have an interest. It is all our business. So the one selling and the one buying should be able to meet somewhere in the market. And you are always welcome. Some people ask us a question in this market, that how can we benefit from this market? And I always tell them, you can own a stall in this market, and you become an investor, an entrepreneur dealing in organic products. It's a very wide range of products. I ask Mr. Pio to get those leaflets. However that they are now, you bring them and give them around. There is a wide range of products. You can even innovate and come up with your own, and you say this stall is for this innovative organic product. The chance is yours. Then you can also hire or rent a stall. What we have decided, the rest of this space that is remaining, most of it will be for stalls to be rented, because many youth don't have money. They have little money. They cannot buy a stall. So we intend to provide that space with the stalls for them to be able to rent. Then you can also benefit from this market as a supplier. You can supply products. The sky is the limit. All sorts of organic products, as long as they are organic and very closely related, like a natural, that wild harvest product, it can also come to this market. Then you can also benefit from this market as a consumer. You can benefit as a consumer. So everybody has an opportunity to benefit from this market. And lastly, it offers opportunities like this one for us to come and share knowledge and skills from this place. So that is the fifth benefit. The youth, the old, the elderly, the male and the female, everybody is always welcome. So that is what we can benefit from this market. This market is small today. It is small, but we believe, and those experienced in markets have told us, that it is going to grow. Time will tell. And as it grows, our second plan, we are going to put up here a building as big as probably that one here. And all the different stalls will be inside in there. Have you been to Chiembe, a place called Chiembe in Kampala? Eh? I also went there recently. I went there in the 80s, and I went there again just last week. And what did I see? What used to be small things like these tailors on the veranda and what have you, everything is accommodated inside the storage buildings, the so-called malls and so on. This place will be transformed into that. From this simple market to a complex market, a one-stop center for organic agriculture. And it will happen because SAD is like a Peram is, people come and they go. When I leave, others behind me will be there to support these ideas. And that stage will come. So when you get a store here, it will cost you 3 million Uganda shillings, but for life, you become a member of this market until you die. Even when the building is put up, everybody who owns a store here will be accommodated like the Chiembe people. You find somebody with a small thing like this selling, and another one, and another inside the building. So everybody who will have a store here will also have room in that building. And then other space for other things like banks to support business going on there, exhibition room to show off what we have in Uganda's organic, a smaller room for people like you who may come to visit where you can sit and exchange ideas, some opportunity for certification and inspection information, and so on. So that's where we are going. I will end it up there. Thank you very much for visiting us. Feel at home. If there are any questions, feel free to ask. I have given you all the time until 1. From now until 1, I'm there for you. Any questions? Yes, please. Yes, we have, and I have already talked about them. We don't see products. By the way, here, everybody that has been bringing products for sale is given cash. We buy. We don't promise tomorrow. We pay you as long as your products are organic. We pay you. So we don't have products. We also don't have enough consumers. So those are the two biggest challenges we have. Others are normal. We have some structure issues. That's why you see different types of stalls, and we are yet also to put up another type. So it's research in the market, but also implementing the market. So we are doing both concurrently. So those are the three challenges that we've had, but majorly no organic products are coming to the market, not enough consumers coming to the market. Yes, please.
I'm asking about the quality assurance.
Yes. Now we have a procedure. You are talking to somebody. Previously, I was a CEO of the Uganda Organic Certification Company Limited. So what you are asking about is my baby. So the very first thing we did is to have a procedure. When we get any person supplying a product to this market, we must first of all know where that person is coming from. You don't just bring things here. Then we find out more information about the farmer from organizations like PELAM. Are you working with an organization? Yes, I work with the PELAM. So we ask PELAM, do you know that farmer? Is that farmer really organic? Then PELAM will confirm to us that you are organic. And if need be, we even visit and see your farm and confirm it's organic. Then when the product comes here, the quality assurance person who is here, not very technical, but is able to see quality and is able to record. So we'll check your products and we'll record where are they from, the quantities, what sort of guarantee you have that your products are organic. One of the guarantees is the organization working with you, and for us we call that second party. I will explain that on Friday. So an organization like PELAM can say those products are organic. We have trained those farmers and we actually support them on a daily or a regular basis to produce organically. What they are supplying you is organic. Then she will allow those products into the stores, and those checked will all be marked with a stamp. As you go around, you will see a green white stamp which says checked. So with that, we believe that we can prevent products bought from anywhere else coming into this market. Somebody was here. It is answered. Any other persons? There was also somebody there. Before I go, it is answered. Okay.
Asking about the prices.
Yes.
Usually organic farming, farmers who are certified get that 10%. So for products that come here, they have a different market price from the conventional.
Now, that is a very big mistake, and those are things we want to change. I have been associated with organic since 2004, working with the youth and the farmers and organizations, and I have been in inspection and certification. And that is a very big mistake, what they are calling premium. You see, white people spoil everything. I'm sorry to say, we must shape our destiny as Africans. We must shape our destiny and cut our clothes according to the piece we have. Yes, we must not just copy and paste. So what you are talking about is the copying and the pasting. I will tell you that an organic farmer can reduce production costs tremendously. Tremendously. Many other conventional farmers spend a lot of money on inputs, and many of those inputs can be substituted by a good organic farmer. Let me give you one example. The Bishop of Amoze, who lives somewhere in Busoga, he's dead by now, but he lived in Busoga, and he produced cattle and also maize and other fodder crops, and he would have up to 10 acres of maize. And what was he doing? He would use his cattle to fertilize the land that he would use the following season. By having, he had about 100 improved cows. So he would have them in that area that will be cultivated for the period when it is not being cultivated. And when it is time to cultivate that piece of land, he moves them to another area. But they have put a lot of cow dung and urine in that area. So he would just cultivate and plant maize. I visited his farm and the maize was very, very healthy, without use of any synthetic fertilizers. What cost did he incur? Zero on fertilizers and so on. Only that some of us don't have enough time and opportunity to let you farmers know what you can do and make organic very cheap, very, very cheap, very, very cheap. So the 10% you are talking about, it was being copped because the white people would use that as an incentive. But for us, we want to see that we use the benefits of less expense as an advantage. The benefits to the environment. If you have seen farmers using synthetic fertilizers year after year, their soil with the time actually dies and they must use fertilizers continuously. If you use organic fertilizers, that is the manure and so on, your soil will be living for a longer time. So that is a benefit. That is a benefit. So let us take those advantages on top of the price you get to be the benefit. So your price will be the same as the price on the open market. You will not be cheated, because whether you sell here or there, you will still get money, but you also get those additional benefits. We must appreciate that, and also appreciate that we are feeding others with the safe food. Why do you sell diazinon sprayed tomatoes and cabbage to your fellow human beings? Diazinon. I have found all this happening with the farmers. Why? So the benefit is you get the same price, but you are feeding others with the safe food, you are protecting your farming environment, you are saving on inputs, and so on. Some of you forget and you keep yourselves in a drudgery. You use a broom to spray 1 acre. You can use a knapsack sprayer in organic. You can use a knapsack sprayer. It is not prohibited. You can use a tractor in organic agriculture. Of course, you have to do it sparingly. Where possible, you do zero tillage. You use cover crops and so on. But where necessary, you can use a tractor. It is not prohibited. In Europe, they use tractors, combine harvesters, everything.
Where do we find organic products? Personally, I also didn't know. Where do we find them?
Excuse me. Tell the people there of the pool to reduce their volume of the music. Tell them again. Tell Alan. Sorry about that.
So I was saying that don't you think that lack of products and lack of customers on our market is because of lack of information? Because personally, I would also admit that if somebody asks me where to get organic products, leave alone from a farmer, but a market, I didn't have even a single market. So it is today that I'm finding one here after Peram has engaged me. Then secondly, is there any plans of organizing like market days here so that now maybe organic farmers can come like maybe one of the month day, then they all converge here, then we can call people to come so that now we can market our place to get customers and to get more products coming here? What is that plan?
Okay, you are asking 2 questions. The first one, this market is less than a year old. I thank Pelam for making you aware, because that's what we are doing anyway in the interim period. we are making people aware of this market. Yes, so that is ongoing. Yes, and you will go back and inform others about the existence of this market. Don't keep quiet. So go back, also tell others that you left behind. And I believe eventually it will be very widely known. But we have also had so many other interventions before. Yes, so let us continue doing that. Then about a day here, for us we have no problem. The space is there. If your organization will say we would like a day, no problem. No problem. But eventually, it will have to be more organized than that. But you are always welcome. Actually, this space, I put up this shed hurriedly because some organization had said they will bring their farmers here occasionally to sell products from here. I have not seen them. He was, I think, next.
My question was on the crops we are growing. Most of the crops we are growing, they are artificially made, hybrid. Will it not affect you as a farmer when you grow that hybrid, the product you produce? Once your products are taken in the market and they go for testing and testing, they not find that your crops are containing some chemicals. Because I'm seeing, for example, like maize. There is maize we have grown, like KPH from Kenya, which grow, and in a short space of time, you find the thing has just come immediately. And you find you have grown it using organic fertilizers, organic methods. It will not affect you as a farmer when you go to market.
Okay, thank you very much.
That you have got some chemicals within your
Pelham must be teaching you what is organic agriculture, what organic agriculture requires, and so on. If you are not yet there, organic agriculture is not, some of these products may have some chemicals in them. Why? Because of pollution. In organic agriculture, we don't check the product. It's the farming system, the environment where you are growing your crops. We believe that if that environment, seed must come from another organic farming up the market. I don't own a store here. Yes. So if you are supplying, there must be somebody you supply. Yes. The buyer and the seller must meet.
How much would I hire this space now?
If you are hiring a space, it is only 300,000 shillings a month.
A month?
Yes. Of course, today it is a bit hard because there are few customers as the market starts. But I think in the future it will be okay. Now that one is about negotiations, discussions. Yes, yes. But that is the standard. Those who study economics tell me when you set a high salary or a high price, it becomes a high one, a high salary especially. It's very difficult to bring it down. I think also when you are hiring a building or space, it is better that you standardize other than asking very little and then afterwards you want to inflate. So what we are asking is more or less standard and it will be so for a longer time. Yes. Any other? If no other questions, feel free. Move around.
Maybe the last one.
Yes, please. I'm there. It may not be the last one. I'm there. As you walk, you can continue asking.
It's a year old.
Yes, it's not even a year.
You could tell us some of the successes you registered.
The successes, this is one of them. you had nowhere to go. When you had the caravans before, they would stop at production and processing and exporting. But there was no local markets where you would go like you have come now. So that is success number one. For me, I'm very happy about that. The other one is that this place, security people told me this was a very dangerous place because those stalls, those kiosks were there, and behind it was like a dumping place, isolated, and some youth abusing drugs would hide here, would be in here. At night, people would come in here. So the other success is contributing to improving and also to the development of the area. Yes. So those are so far the major successes that we have recorded, but also contributing to implementation of the National Organic Policy, whose drafting committee I was a member. So I'm also happy that the policy is in place, but there are also activities starting to operationalize the policy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm Julius Echodu and I come from Soroti.
Yes, Julius. So, did I see you recently? I saw you. Tedo was there during the indigenous. Yes. Tedo was there. Then recently we were there. Under which organization was that? Macanite Foundation and the Serere Research Institute. And they invited me to share a few things with them at that village, Eneku village. Yeah, but I didn't see you there.
So, so much grateful for what you're doing here.
Yes.
And my question is, our farmers seem to be organized as for the moment, but they, like, if there could be a link whereby, in case they produce organic products and they have a center of collection where they can bring them and then maybe be able to have access to market international. Because from our region there, at least farmers are aware and they are implementing the organic way of doing things and even have organic products. Like example is the bambara nuts. We have them. So we have that capacity building where you can have a point where our products are marketed internationally. Yeah.
Yes, now you are talking about internationally. For us, our aim now is to develop the local market, such that we have the local market base. Yes. If you can sell your bambara nuts well on the local market, then the export market will be also accessed eventually. And it will be a strong one because it will be based on a strong foundation. But today, if you just organize and export, I don't think that will be strong a market. Let us start from home, feed our people with the safe food, then export.
What I find out is this stall or these organic products. We have the seeds also, or only here it is done in specific crops or animals?
It's you bring the seeds. There are some seeds there from yard, but you bring the business of seed. Yeah. Yes. So he was next, then I will come.
Kind of highlight about the certification, because we are going to go into production now, like the fertilizer, having it accepted. Can you help us, the farmers, in that process of having our product accepted as an organic certification and acceptability in the market?
Yes.
Now, for us, that is not our area of focus, but Pelham and others should be able to help you. AXA has been doing that. You know AXA?
Yes, I know.
Yes, they have been doing that, working with the entrepreneurs, innovators, to have their products developed until when they can be accepted on the market. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll ask Mr. Salongo Sajabi.
Yes. You can ask Mr. Sajabi, you can ask Madam Harriet Nakasi and others. Yes.
All right, thank you.
But that is a very long process. Very long process. Then also AXA was interested in starting the store that you want.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
I'd like also to have this. We request to have some interview with you on the same activity. So I'd like to request you this.
So you want those asking questions to stop?
No, they might be asking as we prepare also.
No, don't worry. I can pass it on the surface. If it is technical, okay. Does it cause any technical problem?
No, we just didn't want it to be seen. We just want
let it be seen. You mean because of the filming?
Okay. Let's pocket this.
Are you filming?
Yes,
or you are?
We are filming.
Oh.
Yes,
so you want it not to be seen?
Yes, please.
At the end of the day, I'm going to be very polluted.
To be what?
With these cables on my skin. Cables coming through my body to where you want them to be. So today let me do what you want.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
All right, I'm coming back.
Okay.
So you're saying it's a long process up to acceptance.
So we don't even allow these here.
Yes. So
somebody keeps speaking them all the day.
Before he interrupted, you were saying it's a lengthy.
Yes, it's a lengthy process. Yes.
Although AXA can come in.
Because after you have produced the product, it has to go through testing by the ministry. You test it yourself, then you provide that information. Then the ministry also tests it. They conduct trials where it is tested, and once they are satisfied, it is cleared to go to the market. It's quite a lengthy process, but at the end it pays.
Don't you think, Professor, those are some of now the bottlenecks that may govern on our speed of...
Yes, but I think it is not a bottleneck because farmers are producing anyway. They are alternatives. Yes, they are not waiting for yours.
Exactly. All right, thank you.
There are plans that this store, this organic market, other branches open, let me say, regions, different
Currently what we do, if you are in a Teso, the cost of transporting those products this way are factored in. And we use the cheapest. People have sent us products from Guru by bus. So you can also do the same from Teso. Yeah, you can use a bus and you send what you are sending. But eventually, regional markets will develop based on regional demand.
Yes.
Because somebody may set it up in Soroti and then nobody is buying. Yes. So if there are no people buying from here, this is very urban. And it has people to Entebbe, it has expatriate persons living in Entebbe. In Soroti, you don't have all those. So who will be buying? Very few ordinary people will buy because they will have access to the farm in the farmland. So that is the challenge. So the market can be established, but there must be demand for those products. My contact? Oh, I forgot. Yes. Do you have a flyer? Yeah, there are contacts there. Yeah, so use that. Yes, my friend.
Yes, Doctor, Professor, I was going to ask your name because I didn't hear your name. Just feeling Professor. Maybe I wasn't here by the time you were.
Yeah, I'm Charles Sechewa. Yes.
We were together at Silver Springs at the exhibition there. That's why.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, please. Enjoy the little that there is. Hello. Yes. Okay, please. What I will not understand, you will excuse me. Because I'm not the vendor. For me, I'm behind the establishment of the market.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So the vendors are there.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you want to understand, I'm here. What we want to understand, we are doing a recording for this activity.
For the market, yeah?
The market. So we need to know
more about
why are things displayed like this, how are they organic, what inspired you, what is behind all this. Then, okay, those will come later in an interview, like a 5-minute interview. But for now, take us through what is stored here and what is documented.
Okay, so we have started on a stall. We have started at a stall which has processed products, value-added products. You will see that it has various products. It has different types of wines produced by organic farmers and processors. It has also honey and it has sunflower. These are collected from different organic stakeholders. But you will appreciate that they are highly innovative products, organic products. In that, years back, wine like this would be imported from places like South Africa, from Spain, from France, and so on. But today, one can find a good quality wine, and above all organic, on the market, and specifically in this organic market, supplied by renowned organic stakeholders. Like for example, Lucid, this is Sodi. So you will find that we have Piqui, which is a sunflower oil extracted from organically produced sunflowers. We have honey from Kulika, which has been produced by various farmers in northern Uganda in organic farming systems. We have extracts of we call this squamosa. Squamosa. This is a very important fruit and a plant that is effective against cancer. But some extract has been made and it's available here. This is a Muronde extract. So you find that these are innovative products which have been made by organic stakeholders from indigenous materials that we have in Uganda. Now, a product like this, to come to the market goes through a process. The organization that supplies it must be dealing with organic agriculture, must be promoting organic agriculture, and the raw material must also be from an organic farming system. And then we check and confirm, and then it comes here. Now, these are also other products which are processed products. Most of them are health and body care products. also produced from organic products by organizations that promote organic agriculture. Some of them are from Suruma, others are from Nogamu, some are from Sage, and so on. So we have different products from different organizations. You will find that a product like this of Mujaja, you cannot find it anywhere else but in the organic market, and it is collected from an environment that is not polluted as a wild collection, and the value is added, and many others are in that category. You find the lotions from shea butter, which is also a wild collection that organizations have found to be highly marketable, and they have added value to it and availed these products to the organic market. Now, we also have others, like this is millet from Guru, Amur district, produced organically by farmers in that part of the country, as well as sorghum. And these are products by organic farmers supported by organic organizations. We have another innovation. This is quite interesting because you find that we have this plant, which is a tamarind plant, omukoko we in Uganda, and the pod is normally sold as it is. Some people have made juice out of it, others have made powder out of it. But in this case, this organization has produced sweets that can even be put in water and you drink, or you can eat it as it is, which is a very interesting innovation from a wild tree plant to a product like this. And these are based on wild collection and working with the communities in Soroti, organized by Vedico to supply the raw material. So then we have this fertilizer, which is also produced organically. It's based on an animal urine and enriched with minerals from ash, and then you get a product like this. Now, this was produced by an organization after realizing that when you have a potted plant like these palms that you see in this market, it's not easy to change the soil, and yet over time the soil gets depleted. So the organization came up with a liquid fertilizer that somebody who keeps potted flowers in the house can now use to enrich the soil and to keep it a healthy soil. This is not a synthetic fertilizer, it's a living fertilizer which adds effective microorganisms to the soil, and then the potted flower can continue to exist. Now, being that this is an organic market, it has also been seen necessary to have organic packaging material. And these are palm leaves from the date palm that grows naturally here in Uganda. And these can help to carry bulk products. So this is actually what happens here in an organic market. Now, all that you have seen here are value-added products. But on that stall, you would have raw materials, in other words, fresh products. Now, these stores are empty because farmers have not supplied fresh products. So there is a gap in as far as supply of fresh products is concerned. We have some of these nuts, which are very nutritious and locally available in organic farming systems. So these are some of the products that would actually be on these stalls. And we invite farmers to bring as many fresh products as possible, and they would certainly be paid on delivery. Kulika Uganda makes out of waste material collected from their own farm, they make energy-saving briquettes. And these are actually from wild material and from their organic farm. So these briquettes have also been availed to this market to enable consumers or those who have restaurants and homesteads use an organic sort of briquette that saves energy, that protects our trees from being cut to make a charcoal. So this is again a product that you can find here. We have some other value-added products here, and even some seeds which have been produced by an organization called YARD, working with the Mukisa Farmers Group in Buyikwe district. They produce a lot of indigenous vegetable seeds, and they have availed them to this market, and farmers can buy them and then use them to produce for this very same market. These seeds have been tested for their viability, and they germinate 100% germination. There are also other products like the chili pepper. Chili is a common plant that we all know. We export some chilies, the cayennes and the lanterns, but we can also make finished products out of them and have them available at the table. Now these are again from organic farming systems, and they are value added. We also have others like the coffee. The organic coffee from Bushenyi is also here. Those interested in organic coffee in restaurants and homesteads, they have the honors of finding some organic coffee for their own consumption. So there is this and this other brand in a tin. So please, you are welcome to consume organic such that you can live longer. When you eat organic products, you certainly live longer. He might be 20 years younger than I am, but we are almost the same.
All right,
so
let's
eat organic and live longer.
Yeah, excuse me, sir.
Start running.
I'll ask a few questions, but I request you not to answer directly like that. To tell us your name.